Hello and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Rich and Xena, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Xena's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands. Rich is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep most of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give a correction. The correction that we give if needed is a tug and release on her training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. We will show you during your one-on-one private lesson how to put that collar on and off of Xena while you're working with her. You'll notice that Xena is seated nicely on Rich's left. That's where all of our obedience training is done. The first command we're going to demonstrate for you today is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Xena heel. Rich will then take off walking. Xena should remain nicely on your left at your pace, so there should be no lagging behind, pulling forward. And then incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit. So anytime you stop walking, she should sit automatically and wait for her next command. You'll notice that when Rich turns, she turns. And if need be, if she starts to pull forward, it's that correction on the collar, which is a tug and release, and you tell her no, heel. It's a little windy out here today, so her blanket that we're stopping on is blowing away. She doesn't have a lot of hair, so when it's chilly, we tend to put the blankets outside. This is our sit-stay. When you first start practicing your sit-stays, make them short, but build up her ability to stay for longer periods of time. If she gets up, you're going to tell her no, sit, and repeat the command to stay. When you go back to her, you're going to praise her, let her know she did a good job. You can use your clicker. We also use treats periodically, and also, of course, verbal praise. You're going to want to practice these commands daily. You will notice a difference in her behavior on the days that you can practice with her. They don't have to be long sessions, and they don't have to be outside. You can practice indoors in a small area. When it's raining here, we practice right in the living room, which is not a large space, but it allows you to run through the commands. You can turn this video on. This video is just a little bit over 5 minutes probably, and that's sufficient just to keep the commands fresh and keep her responding to you. This is the recall, or the come on command. She's been trained to come in and sit nicely right in front of you. The command is Xena come. This prevents her from coming in and jumping up on you. And we'll show you the heel, the sit, and the stay, and the come again. It is important to praise her, but Xena does get herself excited, so if you overly praise her, sometimes she wants to pick her feet up off the ground. So you have to walk that fine line of praising her, but not getting her too excited. It's okay to repeat the command like you just heard Rich repeat the command to stay. Just remind her. She does have a fairly short attention span, but this will help develop her attention span, improve it, and improve her focus. The more you practice, the better she will get. Now inside, when you're practicing with her, you can use a blanket like we're using out here. We also inside use dog beds or a mat, and we tell her place and practice the down stay on her place. And this is the down command. It's one word, firm command to down. Always have her in the seated position first. And as with the sit stay, your down stays are going to be short in the beginning. Just a few seconds, go back and praise her, and then continue to practice and build up her ability to stay in that down stay for longer periods of time. Dogs generally will hold the down stay longer than the sit stay, of course. They're in a more comfortable position. It's important that once you give Xena a command that you follow through. If you give up, if she's not listening to you and you give her a command a few times and she doesn't listen and you walk away and give up, she will stop responding to you. So even if it's not pretty, even if you have to force her into a sit or force her into a down or force her to stay, you ultimately have to win, because she will stop challenging you if she knows that you're serious and you are going to make her do it. It's the down command again. welcome. You notice that she does put a little pep in her step, which is fine. It's her personality. Just as long as her feet don't leave the ground and she goes to jump on you, that's a no. Back to heel position. Beautifully done. These are all the formal obedience commands that Xena has learned while she's been here at school. She has been a pleasure to have. She really has come a long way since she first got here with us. We're going to go over all of this with you in person when you come for your lesson. We will also go over your e-collar with you and how to use that. She's responding very well to that. And we ask that you keep us posted. Let us know how she's doing when she's back home with you. Call and schedule a lesson if you need to. We board for our graduates only, so in the event you're going out of town, she's welcome to come back to us. We thank you so much for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.